are not able to join us today. So thank you for joining us live or watching the recording later. I'm Michelle Cordero. I'm Education Director for ASIS Massage Education here in Arizona. And I'm so happy to have on today Lola Michelin from the Northwest School of Animal Massage. We've been working on a partnership together to bring more animal massage classes to Arizona. And so I know a lot of people have questions about what they can do, what they can't do, what does it take to work in this part of the field. And so this is just a little info session about it. So if Rebecca, you have any questions, or if anyone watching later has questions during or after watching, put in comments and we'll make sure we'll get to them as well. So take it away, Lola. Let's hear what you got. I love that picture. It's adorable.
Thank you. Thank you so much too for setting this up. I'm really excited to get the information out to your students. And Rebecca, thank you for joining us. And I'm just going to dive right in. And I have a brief presentation and then we'll have opportunity for questions. So I am Lola Michelin and I'm from the Northwest School of Animal Massage. And today I just wanted to share information about animal bodywork and give people an opportunity to see if a career in animal bodywork might be something for them, and then be able to elaborate on the relationship that we are establishing with ASIS and how you guys can take advantage of that. So basically, I thought I would frame the conversation today on 4 different things. First, just kind of getting to know the people in the room and getting to know also get you guys to know who we are at the Northwest School of Animal Massage. And then also a little discussion of like, why massage animals and how does massage benefit animals? I mean, many people in this audience will already know the benefits of massage in general, but maybe haven't had a chance to think about how that might translate to the animals that we interact with and whether they get the same or different benefits and why they might need massage. I like to share a little bit of history of how animal bodywork got its legs here in the United States and just kind of where that history has brought us today, so that people have a sense of what the career opportunity is, what the market is, what type of activities you might find yourself doing as an animal massage therapist or an animal body worker. And I'll explain the difference in terminologies as well. And then I just want to share how, like, what's the next steps if you want to take advantage of the great opportunity of working with both ASIS and NWSAM together. We want to tell you how you can do that and hopefully get you started so that we can come on down and teach more classes this summer and in the winter for you guys, and get more animals in Arizona getting taken care of. And I like to start with this quote because I think it's always a good reminder. The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. And it always reminds me when I see this that for all the wonderful things that animals do for us, whether in service or just in relationship, that we also have a responsibility to them. And it goes beyond just caring for them, but also just knowing that we're all part of that greater animal community that is all trying to survive and thrive on a turning planet. So this just keeps me grounded in the idea that the work that I do with animals, and I feel that the work that anybody that works with animals provides, isn't just helping that animal. It actually has repercussions throughout the entire animal community and the entire planet. So I always tell our students, the work that you do may seem insignificant on a day-to-day basis, but when you make somebody's pet feel better, or you make their horse healthier, or a cat, rabbit, whatever animal you might have the opportunity to work with, that makes them happier, and they go out in the world a happier person, and so their interactions with others are happier, and it does have a ripple effect in the community. So beyond the great work opportunity and the potential for financial remuneration, there's just the knowing that when you do things that are good for animals, it's good for animal people as well.
As domesticated species and athletes, Horses and other companion animals have unique.
This is just a brief video about our campus, so I wanted to share it so you got a chance to see what we do here as well.
Aromatherapy and traditional mechanical treatments can assist equines, dogs, cats, and other animals in their activities and aging process. The Northwest School of Animal Massage provides career training and courses for animal lovers, taught by professionals from within the industry that addresses the many health challenges horses and companion animals face today. Here, all students are honored students, given the training, tools, and opportunity by highly experienced instructors to learn techniques that are proven to have profound effects on animals of all ages and stages. This is where you can turn your love of horses and companion animals into a fulfilling career. Learn more today about the Northwest School of Animal Massage, where the future is in your hands.
So I just kind of wanted to share that with you because it maybe gives you a visual of what we do on our campus and what we're going to be bringing to Arizona to offer animals there. So I've been involved in this work for over 30 years and been teaching it since 2001. So it never fails to thrill me to share the information with others. I did want to take a moment and just kind of find out a little bit about the people that are here today. And maybe in the chat room, if you can just drop in the chat what kind of animals you currently have in your life and or are interested in, maybe what inspired you to jump on the call today, or if you have specific concerns about your pets or animals that you interact with, then I might be able to interject things into the conversation. Oh, great. So Rebecca, it looks like you are primarily interested or involved with horses. That's awesome. We have a great facility outside of Phoenix that we've been using for the horse workshops. And also we are talking with some other horse related facilities so that when we come to offer the class, you'll have an opportunity to work on the species of your choice and to get a variety of animals to have experience with.
I love the dogs.
Yeah, I do. Especially your little guy. Thanks, Michelle. That's great. And it was great having your guy join us for a little bit when I was there last. And mine's in the background scratching at the door, so I'll let her out really quick. She hears stuff going on in her yard, so she has to go check it out. So a little bit about the Northwest School of Animal Massage. We were founded in 2001, and that was in response to a need for training programs in Washington State. So we're based out of Washington State, and in 2001, the legislators were looking at creating some regulations around the work with animals and potentially restricting it under the veterinarian law. So fortunately, a group of people got busy, made sure that animal massage was recognized as its own profession. And so as a result of that and the resulting training requirements in the state, they needed schools that could provide that training because there really weren't any that were doing the types of hours that the state required. So at the urging of some friends and clients, I started the Northwest School of Animal Massage. And what really started as just a continuing education program that we offered a few times a year quickly grew into a larger concern. And now we host students from all over the globe. And we teach in various locations. And we're really looking forward, of course, to teaching in Arizona. The Northwest School of Animal Massage was founded on 3 guiding principles, and these guiding principles still, they've been the mission statement for the school since day one, and they still guide all of our decision making. And that is to foster compassion for the animals and the animal community, to support a high standard of practice within our industry, and to nurture the continued growth of our student body as well as our alumni. So a little bit about what the Northwest School of Animal Massage does. We offer blended learning certification programs in animal massage, as well as acupressure and aromatic sciences for animals. We have advanced courses for our graduates in sport massage or performance massage, as well as rehabilitation. And we're the only school to teach an exclusive osteopathic technique called manual ligament therapy. We host a number of classes for veterinarians and other animal health care professionals on our website. But what we're proudest of and most committed to is our certification program for animal body workers. The blended learning programs allow us to offer the flexibility of online coursework, as well as the importance of hands-on training. So I know that that's precious to everybody here, that you get supervised hands-on training. It's really, in our opinion, the only way to make solid massage practitioners that can go out and confidently do work that helps their clients. So we have a wide range of professionals that work with our students, myself as one of the lead instructors. We have several internationally recognized practitioners who also contribute to our teaching staff. And oftentimes graduates who come back and act as either teaching assistants or audit classes and help students on their path as well. So the blended learning provides that flexibility in doing a lot of the theoretical work online with the help of a distance learning instructor, but then being able to get the hands-on skills both before and after the online portion. We are an approved provider in Washington State. We're licensed through the Workforce Training Board as a private vocational school, which is why we're able to work closely with other educational institutes, because we do follow a lot of the, although we're not a federally accredited school, we follow a lot of the same guidelines and federal oversights that other schools do, as opposed to some animal massage programs that are weekend workshops, or they're very interesting classes and taught by highly trained individuals, but they may not be licensed. It also means that we can offer financing, and we can do some things for our student body that provide a little more flexibility than a non-recognized school. We were the first animal massage school to be recognized by the NCB-TMB. So our courses also provide Category A credits for those that are members of the NCB-TMB. I don't think they call it Category A anymore, but that's what it was when we originally started. And so our programs are still recognized by that organization, as well as the National Board of Certification for Animal Acupressure and Massage, which is a national governing body for this type of work. One of the core classes is our fundamentals of animal body work. This is an introductory level workshop, and we taught this at ASIS back in January, February of this year. And that was a great success, and really enjoyed being there on campus. This course is designed to familiarize people with some foundational elements of animal body work. It is mostly massage based with some acupressure as well. The techniques taught during this class not only provide kind of a basic overview of what's involved with animal massage, but it's designed to help pet owners with improving the relationship they have with their animals and having some tools to help with maintaining their animal's health. But it's also the first step on an exciting career path in animal massage. So students who are going to take our foundation level start with the fundamentals workshop, so that they can get some basic skills to be practicing while they're doing their online studies. And then that way, when you come for the 5 full days of hands-on, you already have some skill and knowledge set to work with, so that we can go into more advanced work in the time we have together. This fundamentals class is the class that we will be offering at ASIS later this year, in preparation for getting a cohort of students who want to do the foundation level together. So as I mentioned, I kind of wanted to talk about why massage is helpful for animals, and a lot of the benefits of massage are going to be the same. So I'm not going to talk specifically about how massage impacts the animal physiologically, because that's going to be common knowledge for this audience. But more, I thought it might be helpful to give you a sense of what animals benefit from massage and what your typical client base might look like. So we know that massage helps with systemic health, with health of the circulatory system, health of the digestive system, health of the nervous system, any of the systemic functions of the body are improved through proper massage, just because of the improved circulation, the improved oxygen delivery. But it also is going to be really important for animals, especially in their later years. So one of the largest markets for animal massage is the geriatric pets. So as our dogs and cats age, we do start to see them lose mobility. Maybe they start to have age-related conditions like arthritis, and they may have difficulty with losing some of their sensory perceptions, sight, hearing, things like that. So massage can be a tremendous tool in making those golden years some of their best years, not only helping improve all of the system functions that I discussed earlier, but aiding in mobility, helping the animal maintain some activity level as they age, and also it can help with strengthening the muscles of the urogenital system so that they are having less concerns around bladder control, bowel movements. And as things progress in an animal's life, there comes a time when hospice care may be necessary. And so massage therapists often play that really critical role of being the liaison between the vet clinic and the home, and being able to come in and provide palliative care during an animal's final days. We even have graduates whose specialty is in hospice care, and they may be present with the animal even at the time of their passing or euthanasia. And that can be a really rewarding career path for a lot of people. For many pet owners, this is when they first learn about massage and the benefits of massage, because as their pets age, they're running out of other options. They might already be exploring or utilizing as much as they can from the Western medical approach, and they're looking for other ways to just create comfort and nurture their animals, and massage can be a great tool for that, not only by having a professional coming in and working with the animal regularly, but in many cases we train our clients to do basic massage work themselves between visits. So for many people, that's an exciting career opportunity. There's also a huge market in performance animals and working animals. And that's because of the benefits that massage can provide for musculoskeletal health and contributing to better movement and better performance. Performance animals can include everything from racehorses and show horses to working animals like service animals, military dogs, and dude ranch horses that are still working in Western environments. Growing animals also fit that market because they're changing rapidly. As they grow and develop, they need support even while they're learning new activities or just going through different developmental phases. Massage can be a really important tool. So a lot of breeders of dogs and horses are common users of massage therapy and animal body work for their animals, and also trainers, groomers, people that are involved in the show circuit or other types of performance venues often benefit from having a trained massage therapist available. A third area that I've seen a lot of growth in recent years is immune health. And this really came to light during recent years when people were not necessarily able to access their traditional healthcare options for their pets. During recent years, it might have been difficult to get to a veterinarian clinic, long wait times, lack of staff really had a lot of people worried about having access for care for their animals. And as we approach, each year, greater environmental crisis with climate change and other factors, we're seeing that show up in our pets as well. In fact, a lot of times house pets are kind of the canary in the coal mine of how our planet is affecting all of our health. So we see a lot of animals that have increased incidence of allergies, increased intolerance from a dietary perspective, and increasing autoimmune disorders, which in 20, 30 years ago were rarely diagnosed in the veterinarian community. Now we see animals with autoimmune disorders similar to our human population. And also because of the increased costs of care, pet owners are looking for options to caring for their pets in a different way that minimizes the need for emergency care or extreme care. So we've also seen that in the recent decade, animal rescues have been able to expand and market really well, and a lot more people have adopted pets from shelters or rescues in recent years, and they have special needs. So oftentimes they already have medical concerns or needs that go beyond the average pet owner, and working with a massage therapist can be a great way to acclimate those animals into new environments and help them thrive. So just some ideas of different markets that might potentially be available to an animal body worker. I guess benefits to the skin kind of goes hand in hand with what I was just mentioning about immune system benefits, because we are seeing an increased amount of dermatitis, as I mentioned, food allergies and allergies that affect the skin and as a result affect immune function. So a lot of pet owners, especially smaller breeds, dogs primarily, but some breeds of cats as well, and especially animals who are primarily living in the home and maybe don't have as much outdoor access. The health of their skin is really critical, and massage is one of the best ways to ensure that they're getting good circulation to the skin, that they're getting dead hair and skin cells removed, that they're getting stimulation to the superficial fascia, and all the things that contribute to better coat quality and as a result, better immune function. So that's an aspect of the industry that was not as prevalent when I started this work, but I've seen an increased concern from people about the health of their pet skin. Part of it is dietary and the food options available to the animal, but a lot of it is just the environment in which they're in. One of the things I hear most from my clients is that having worked with me over years of their pet's life, they've been able to detect problems earlier than they might have, or than they have had in previous relationships with pets, where things like cancers, things like arthritis didn't really come to the surface until it was already late in the game, which means they have less options for care and less opportunity to spend the remaining time that they have with their pets in a meaningful way. So early detection of potential problems is a huge benefit to animal body work, and I believe that's becoming much more widely known and appreciated, to the extent that veterinarians are often keen to have a relationship with the animal body worker, either in clinic or in the home for their clients, because they know that then they're also going to get more information and maybe be able to be involved sooner in an animal's medical care. Being an animal massage practitioner, there are many days when I wonder who's getting more out of this, me or the animal, because the work is so rewarding in and of itself. And I find that's true with human massage as well. I'm also a licensed massage practitioner for humans, and that work is extremely rewarding. But the time I spend with animals seems to feed my own grounding, my own health and well-being in a way that few other jobs have or do. And so I think it's a great career path for people to consider because of the benefits it gives yourself. Maybe, just time with the animals, time outside, time to slow down and be less stressed ourselves, and the animals give that back as well. Also, I think from a massage standpoint, one of the things I love about working with animals is the immediate feedback. and how animals can often move from a state of distress into a more relaxed state very rapidly, but also that when they find better ways to function, better ways to move, they tend to hold that work really well because they don't have some of the lifestyle stressors that our human clients might have, that tend to create chronic situations where we're having to treat the same issues time and time again. With animals, we're often able to see quite a trajectory of health and healing, and also not that they won't find other reasons to need the massage, but it's nice to get that kind of immediate feedback that reinforces the quality and benefits of our work. So I talked a lot here, and I just want to take a moment to see if anybody has any questions about the effects and the benefits of massage for animals and why animals might need massage, or one of the types of markets that I mentioned. And if you have a question, you can pop it in the chat, or feel free to unmute yourself and we can talk about any questions that might have come up. And if not, I will move along. So I also mentioned I wanted to tell you a little bit about the history of animal massage in the United States. So the first documented evidence of animals being massaged actually goes back to ancient China. There were texts that were found where the massage techniques and acupressure points that were used to prepare animals for, mainly to prepare horses for military service. So those are thousands of years old evidence that they were using massage for horses at that point. Many people point to the popularity of animal massage, specifically horse massage, in the UK, and that was on the racetracks in the UK. The grooms were actually trained to put rags over their hands and kind of pummel the horses after a race, or after a workout, or after a bath, in order to get the blood up to the surface and get the coat shining, and to just get the muscles the relaxation they needed after such an effort. So we do see evidence of that in Europe, throughout Europe, from a long time ago. But it wasn't until really the late 60s, early 70s that animal massage started to be known here in the United States. And a lot of that was due to the work of Jack Maar, who, as human massage therapist, we may be familiar with his name because he did a lot of sports injury work, and he was a physical therapist and a massage therapist. And he has a number of books out about sports therapy. And he's well known for kind of having established the theories behind stress point therapy. He was asked by an Olympic rider if he would work on his horse, and in the sometime in the 60s, I forget when the Olympics were, in the 60s, 64 maybe. And he said, well, I've never worked on a horse before, but I'm certainly willing to try. And that really redirected his career. The second part of his career was dedicated to equine massage. Jack's no longer with us, but he was actually my first mentor in the field. I met him early on when I was just starting college, and had the opportunity to work alongside him for the better part of 2 years, and learned a lot of skills from him. Other people that are widely recognized in the animal massage world are Linda Tellington-Jones for her T-Touch for animals, heavily based in her Feldenkrais practice, and Mary Schreiber, who established one of the first schools in the United States, Equisage, which is still active today. More recently, we've seen a lot of growth in the pet product and pet service industry in general. This has been a growth market year after year. I remember in 2008 when I participated in a women's business conference, and had to give a speech. At that time, the pet care industry had just peaked over $1 billion. And in the years since, it is now over a $6 billion industry. And pet services is a big part of that. And animal massage would fall under pet services. Even more recently, there's been a lot of shift in the veterinarian community in what some people are calling the vet crisis. Veterinarians there are fewer veterinarians graduating in recent years than in the past, and a higher demand. So clinics are struggling to find doctors at the same time that they have a much increased demand on their services. And there are other crises that face the veterinarian community. Veterinarians have the highest suicide rate of any profession due to compassion fatigue. And vet techs and vet assistants is one of the lowest paying professional job categories and has been for decades. And so a lot of people that go into the veterinarian field either have shorter lived careers, or they go into specialty practices where, you know, they can earn a better living and have less stress. And so that leaves a big gap for people who need just standard traditional care. We've also seen in the last decade a emerging corporatization of veterinarian practices. So a lot of smaller individually owned or small practices have been purchased by larger corporate conglomerates. And so we've got some benefits to that. There's more standardized care, in some cases lower cost care, and easier access in some areas. But the long-term effects that we're seeing now, that it's actually limited access to only products or services that that corporation has deemed necessary, and also much higher costs in the long run. So this is a growing concern, and pet owners need options to not only caring for their own pets better, but being able to address concerns outside of the Western medical field, or in conjunction with it at least. And another aspect that makes animal massage a really interesting potential career path is within our own industry, the statistics indicate that the current market for human massage is fairly stable. In some areas of the country, it's even like fees for massages declining or just stagnant. So an animal massage practice provides another revenue stream. And in the last 5 to 7 years, massage fees for animals have tended to increase, even in the face of stagnation in our industry. So that's a very exciting aspect of having that diversity in your practice. I also find that being able to combine a human massage practice with an animal massage practice gives me a lot of advantages just for my own well-being. Some days I'm outside. Some days I'm working in clinic and seeing people. And sometimes I see people and their pets. So if I'm going into a home, I might be massaging the owner and the pet. And so it just gives me a lot of diversity in terms of the modalities I can use, in terms of how I use my body, and in terms of just overall satisfaction. Sometimes there's seasonality to a practice that it can be nice to balance your animal work against your people work. I know before I had the school and I had a full-time practice, I'd see a lot of people right around now, but it's gardening season, right? So gardening, the golfers get out on course, the weather's getting nicer. Of course, I know in Arizona you get to golf all year round, but we're just starting to see the first rays of sun here in the Pacific Northwest. And so people get really excited and they garden a lot and they get outside more, and then their backs are sore and their necks are sore and they're starting to complain more, and all of a sudden my schedule is booked. But then maybe in August, everybody's on vacation and doing their trips before the kids go back to school, and suddenly maybe my practice isn't so busy, except there's horse shows or there's dog shows, or there's always a nice balance between having an animal practice and a human practice. One is always either filling in for the other or supporting each other. Probably the bigger challenge is deciding which one you're going to do less of. So every massage practice, of course, is unique. And as you develop your practice, whether you're a student now or a graduate, you'll probably find a specific audience that you are targeting. And you also might want to be thinking about your schedule and how it fits a lifestyle that suits you. So animal bodywork just offers an opportunity to expand your client base, get outdoors, get away from the table once in a while, and provide an additional revenue stream. So again, I'll just take a moment to see if anybody has any questions or anything to add in regards to how animal massage might show up in your practice. So what are next steps? So I think there's like 3 prongs that we have to look at here. I mean, first of all, I want to recognize and again, just say how great it is to be associated with an organization like ASIS and the campuses there in Arizona. We know that the people who care about how you learn massage for people also care about your opportunities for success. And that's why they reached out to us at the Northwest School of Animal Massage, because students were asking about animal massage as a career path. And Michelle and I crossed paths in a podcast around lymphatic health and how lymphatic health not only impacts people, but animals as well. And so that has led to us being able to work with ASIS to provide you the best possible training for massage for all species. And of course, most importantly is you, the student and graduate, because you bring the talent and the enthusiasm that helps to make all of us winners, but most of all, the animals. So what are next steps? How do people get started on this career path? Well, as I mentioned, the first thing is to take the fundamentals workshop, fundamentals of animal bodywork. This is a 2-day introductory course, and we offer it around the year, both here in Washington, and now we'll be offering it at several of the ASIS family of campuses. We have some upcoming dates in August and September. So we will be offering our 2-day class August 26th and 27th, I believe at the Prescott campus. And again, the following weekend, September 2nd and 3rd at the Flagstaff campus. So that'll be an opportunity to get in that class and get a taste of what animal bodywork's all about. From there, we'll be providing enrollment into our foundation course. The foundation course includes both the online course and the 5-day hands-on training. Now, because ASIS students are special to us, we are going to be offering a discount for the online learning that's specific to ASIS students and graduates, but also for anybody who takes our fundamentals class and goes on to take the foundation level, the tuition from your fundamentals class will be applied towards your cost of your foundation level as well. So you get the cost of that back towards your continuing education. The practical is the 5 days of hands-on training with myself and depending on the size of the class, other instructors from our campus. And that 5-day hands-on will hopefully be held at one of the ASIS campuses in either the winter months or next spring. And we'll be utilizing local farms and shelters to provide the animals for the work. Now, I'll mention something in regards to working in Arizona. So animal massage is allowed. It is legal to practice animal massage in Arizona. It does not require a veterinarian, although we always recommend that people have a relationship with a veterinarian so that as you have questions or if you want to learn more about a specific condition that an animal might be facing, you have somebody that you can contact. And then, of course, as a practitioner, I am usually in communication with my clients' veterinarians to make sure that we're all working on the same team. So I think Arizona, because it has an incredibly large horse population, and of course, there are many dogs there as well, it just is a prime environment for people to be doing this work. So just to kind of start to wrap up, so what do we need from you? Well, mainly just knowing your interest level and what avenues you want to explore. We have small animal and large animal. So when we offer our fundamentals, we'll be doing both. And what is your time frame? Ideally, once you've completed the 2-day course, it takes about 3 months to complete the online training. And then we'd be ready to set a date for a practical in your area. And hopefully that would mean that we could have a cohort that would maybe go through together later in the year, and with a practical scheduled for early 2024. So that will wrap up my presentation, but I did just want to, open the floor for questions or thoughts. Or Michelle, if there's anything else that you think your students will want to hear that you want for the recording, just let me know. And Rebecca, if you have any questions or thoughts, then now would be the time.
And just to clarify, the fundamentals will go over both small and large animals.
Yeah, I think we talked about having one, we can either combine them so that we're doing dogs and horses at both locations, or we can have a weekend dedicated to dogs and a weekend dedicated to horses.
Okay.
Like we did in the winter.
Okay. All right. That's what I thought we were going to have to.
Yeah, I think it just depended on if Flagstaff, if we had a horse location.
Yeah. Okay. And Rebecca did ask if non-ASIS students can. Yes, this is open to everyone. We just decided to host this since we're partnering together as two schools together, host this for through us. But yes, this is open to the public 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
The merrier. And then maybe you'll want to become an ASIS student as well.
Yeah. We'll take those too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to think what other things there was. Oh, and so the two course, I like to call them the dogs or the horses, but really it's small animal and large animal, right? And so that they can apply. We probably will be working on dogs in the classes and horses in the classes, but many of the techniques are still applicable to similar sized animals, right?
Correct, right. We tend to use dogs as the models for the small animal classes. If we can figure out opportunity to work cats into the schedule, sometimes we have a shelter or an organization nearby where we can go and have access to cats, then that's great. But there are people, we have graduates who work with rabbits and other small animals. Birds tend to fall under small animal as well. Large animal is horses and livestock. So yeah, we'll be working with organizations in the area that have those available for us.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I think it was very, very, very informative, really succinct and great information.
Awesome. Yeah, so our website is located here at the bottom of the page. We also have a toll-free number. So if anybody wants to reach out and learn how to enroll in the classes, we'll of course also be advertising the Arizona classes sooner, in the near future, and getting the word out that way too. But you can visit our website and learn a lot more about the program and see. Hopefully it's an Arizona location that is most appealing to you, but if not, if your schedule doesn't allow for that, there are other locations and times for those classes, and you can start the foundation level online at any time. You don't have to take the fundamentals first, although we kind of recommend it, and then you can apply that, like I said, towards your tuition when you do start the online coursework. Great.
Beautiful. Wonderful. Hey, so I'll go ahead and stop the recording then. So that.